All right, Vasco Da Gama semi-final time where we have Emu Warrior versus the SneakySalmon. Two insane players. All these players are so insane. We're gonna find out who goes out between Emu and SneakySalmon to be in the grand final of Vasco. And I'm of course joined by Lorhey. How you doing, Lorhey?
Hello there. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. This is kind of a game of the top bracket of this tournament. So we will see some high level play here.
Now you're on 4 seconds, right? Just to double confirm.
4 seconds, yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna count down now. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. All right, here we are. SneakySalmon versus Emu Warrior. Now, they're all animal themed, right? Emus are animals, I think. They're birds.
Yeah. They already won a war against the Australian government, so they actually go into this game with quite some renown.
Have salmons won any wars?
The dolphins are not really winning against the pollution, so.
All right, yeah. So these players are like the highest of the high. They're like Vasco da Gama, named after the Hera, Vasco da Gama, highest brand. 1700 elo, 1800 elo, 1900 elo, just insane players. So I'm really looking forward to this. Of course, Quarry in the first match. So.
And Quarry, I really like this map. It is something that usually invites a lot of aggression, and we barely saw it in Hidden Cup. I think it was only in a single match. One of the most banned maps of the whole tournament. That's something I'm kind of interested to see where this is supposed to go. We might see a very defensive start from SneakySalmon to get into Castle Age. The special thing about this map is it's pretty much one huge choke point. And Koreans have one of the strongest death balls. That if you can just move one direction with a death ball, that is nice. So I would expect some heavy wall breaking play here.
Talking of balls, it looks it looks like a Pokeball. I was just saying talking of balls, and I was like, oh no, that's too sounds funny enough.
I generally also call this map Palsphere.
Palsphere, yes, there we go. So you don't get sued. But yeah, good old Palsphere. It's been a while since we last. I think actually it was played earlier today, but yeah. So
okay, Emu Warrior planning to go into some heavy aggression with the forward barracks. While at the same time, the SneakySalmon already is preparing to wall off to one side of the map. And is already going on to go. So that is an archer play, I would say.
Right. Also, well, I was gonna say, wow, their idle TC is insane, but it's still 5 seconds, alright. Like, it's crazy. I'm used to like watching, Jean Barreau. Well, not Jean Barreau. I never watched the gameplay, but the lower brackets having like 10 minutes already. Okay, no, it's not that bad.
10 minutes of idle times within 6 minutes of the game. That is skill. You can't just do that.
All right, I'll be honest. It's more of how I play the game. Okay, I'd have 10 minutes of idle time by now. Unless in the blow. Yeah.
Okay, and then the militia are sneaking in. That is an interesting move. And the house is kind of in a position where it doesn't spot them going around the corner, I think. Because at this point the house should only have one tile of vision range. I have to turn on the fog of war. Yeah, it's only one tile. It's not completely covering the corner, so That will be quite a surprise, though. We see the scout. That scout is standing in the vision of the woodline.
Yeah.
So we know something might be coming from that direction.
Oh, the good old bully boys. Bring in
And
the
the barracks
militia.
also has been scouted, so we know there should be some units on the map.
So yeah, Hera raid. That was right. Thank you so much once again, Hera and all the fans. The Hera raid. That's the trifecta of raids now, because Tina raided, Viper, now Hera. Now I can just quit.
You've done it.
Yep, I've done and finished now. No, seriously, I really appreciate it. It's nice because, like, as I say, a lot of people in the pro scene, they only care for, like, you know, pro players and just the people at the top. But the Age of Empires community has been so different. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're like really good at the game, really bad. If you little knowledge, high knowledge, everyone's just welcoming. It's so nice. But guess a villager pick here for Emu Warrior. It's kind of
Villager pick, and just look at the rest of the woodline. They're just
Frozen.
standing there right now.
it's just
Frozen in fear. That woman? Yeah, she's not open. She's not open. That is closed off.
okay.
But the others, they didn't have enough space to continue moving. That's why they were locked up like that. So that was a nice move from SneakySalmon to just use the second there to create more space so the woodline can work again. And yeah.
That's sneaky salmon. Forever sneaky. Forever a salmon. Alright.
And some nice reactions to just pre-wall the areas where those units might move next, but they already have paid off quite a lot of the damage they've dealt. And Feudal Age is coming in for Emu Warrior first here.
Interesting. We've walled up well.
So, what am I saying? Feudal Age has been in for SneakySalmon already.
No, I think we just
Hold
been
on.
losing our minds all. You know, it's been like a crazy day, crazy night.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, stuff has happened already, and
Okay. I was looking at an archer while I said that, so
yeah.
my head is catching up.
Alright.
Okay, but we are going forward with quite a lot of aggression from SneakySalmon, kind of ignoring what's going on at home, because, well, one palisade wall is kind of keeping them busy. We also are using an archer and a spear to kind of start taking them away. And we're going forward with some tower pressure. The issue with tower pressure on this map, we kind of see it here, we don't have the hill. We always, or generally will have the hill disadvantage unless we are going really close to the corner instead
Yeah.
of the center. But at least we are idling the berries. And yeah, pretty much just using the archer to keep the tower busy and using the villagers. Yeah, they can hunt a deer here, bring the food home, and then they are back in safety. In the meantime, there's a scout and a militia. They are still alive, and they are also still very healthy.
It's so, like, to see, like, the other brackets and then just see this, where it's like, you know, you normally expect the militia to be flattened, the scout to be long gone, and both players to pretty much just lose all their troops already and stuff. But as I say, these players are so good at just keeping, like, their troops alive.
Yes.
And really, oh, well, I take that back, but no, the scout goes down, and I say they're just really resourceful, right? And that's like one of the huge differences between, you know, when you get to the higher elo
Yeah,
levels.
There's so much value you can gain out of those militia. Even right now, as they are not hurting anything, them just existing and forcing
no.
those two archers to stay at home. Well, usually you keep on running, you keep on clicking
Oh,
somewhere, so
no.
the archers have to chase and cannot just kill the villagers while they are on stand ground.
Cast a curse.
Cast a curse, yeah.
Stand ground, and they're just getting shot in the face, and this is gonna be really annoying for Emu Warrior. Oh,
Now something that might be notable here.
Yep.
Usually they lose their health quite a bit faster against archers, but we are talking about the Malay here. The Malay gets the defensive upgrades for infantry units for free every time they age up.
oh, so
That's why those militias have been just soaking so many arrows, even
Yeah.
if they haven't done anything there. But it would have been nice to actually keep them alive, keep them running around a little bit more, just so those archers cannot come forward.
I just imagine like Emu just like hitting one on the control group and just being like, where oh, is that dead?
Oh, maybe even only control group to scout and
Oh yes, right.
couldn't go back and thought they were all dead. Stuff like that can happen so easily.
Yes, that's true. So does this give SneakySalmon like, well, a huge advantage now, or is it just like, okay, time to just regroup and?
I mean, looking at a game stage right now, the biggest advantage that we can see for SneakySalmon here is the amount of resources on hand. Obviously, looking at it, there's not too much damage coming in. Both players are walled. We're kind of in the stalemate here, just poking archers, poking skirmishes and back a little bit. We are not getting in here anyway, anytime soon. So Castle Age will be the next phase of the game, and SneakySalmon is maybe thinking about. No, I was stupid. We are gathering stone so we can repair the tower. But he might win the tower war. If Emu Warrior is not on stone, only just now going there.
Oh yes.
If that tower might goes down, then SneakySalmon is in an excellent spot.
Also, aloha to Incas, man. Hi. I say they're both using the market now to just sell some wood, some food, get the gold.
Yeah.
Looking at Emu is pop capped as well. Now he's got the house down, so it's fixed.
It looks like a big advantage for Salmon right now with the uptime, but we are still Malay. Malay with the faster uptime, they can still catch it up.
Incas asks, why do you make fletching here as Malay? Also, Randy, my hero, hi. Right, yeah. So why do you make fletching here as Malay? Asked Incas man. You have an answer.
Fletching for Malay, I think. Okay, I don't really know the exact math with Tower Wars. Usually the calculation on how many arrows come out of a tower depends on how much damage does the tower deal, how much damage the unit and then the units inside of the tower, their damage gets divided by the tower, and each full number adds one more arrow. Getting fletching increases the damage of the tower, and hence changes that math a little bit to the disadvantage of the units inside. But I don't really know how much different it comes out. So I can't really say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Castle Age has come in for SneakySalmon, Emu Warrior, very close behind. And now something great for the Koreans. That forward tower automatically upgraded.
Oh right,
and
yes.
That is now quite a strong structure you have there in the front to kind of fall back to. Crossbows immediately in. We are going with a very aggressive siege workshop, and that's something I really want to see. That I love aggressive gameplay like that. We are also adding more forward towers. Yeah, okay, that's not war wagons as I thought it might be. That is a full-on aggression with the units they have right now.
Now Emu has cut through
not
to
much
this side
of
as well. So yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry.
What did you say? Sorry.
Exactly, I think, because yeah, my brain also isn't the sharpest right now anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I'm.
Yeah. It's like it's nice that Emu's cut through to the side. Gonna place down a stable, but SneakySalmon is got a villager sent over there somehow, like noticing, right? And it's like, oh, you're building the tower there. So what's SneakySalmon? In fact, why did SneakySalmon? Was he trying to mine? I don't know, actually.
Oh, that's. I didn't even notice that. No, that villager. Okay, I can tell you what happened with that villager.
Yes.
think we wanted to send that villager forward. Something along those lines. It might just wrap around the middle and walk through the whole middle.
All right. Long journey.
But the moment the villager was clicked forward was when the gap existed in the woodline.
Oh, wow.
That's why he pathed there first.
That's
So that was just unlucky timing, but that is a very nice play. Those trees that we chopped through, they only carry 50 wood. That's why those sides are kind of easy to get through compared to usual wood lines. Did we scout any of that? I have to look into the fog of war for a second here.
yeah. Did see it, I think. So you just kind of caught it. Right.
Yeah, okay. That stays on the map, so that will be noticed. But are we reacting in any way? Because I don't see any reaction at all. There's full focus on the battle on the front right now, and there's so much going on with the Mangonel Wars that this might go completely unnoticed. And if we have like 2 or 3 knights in our wood line all of a sudden, that might be devastating for SneakySalmon.
Oh, these mangonels are just flinging and just living life.
Yeah. I mean, that was a nice play, getting Emu Warrior's defensive Mangonel. Another one is on the way, even though we are fighting uphill, and getting close to taking out the town center. That is a lot of pressure we're actually putting down here. And okay, there's the reaction I kind of wanted to see. The SneakySalmon has added a monastery.
Okay, yeah.
And that is kind of the best thing you can do if you anticipate some night raids.
Oh, the mangonel goes down. Nice.
Mangonels are going down. And where is both already? So that will definitely break the pressure a little bit. The next one is popping out of the siege workshop in a second. Will immediately fire on the blue one. In a second.
There we go.
Being kept in. The knights are in the gold. The first monk is in production. Is not being close to finished yet. Will be at home. Those knights are actually finding some damage here.
Yes, very nice. Oh, this is chaotic as well. Everything's going on everywhere now all of a sudden.
There is so much going on at once.
Mangonel for SneakySalmon goes down again.
And every forward villager that goes down is so much value here. Even the archers, they are eating rocks for dinner.
Oh, jeez. Suddenly, maybe this is the turning point now for Emu Warrior, who's just kind of pushing back and...
Knights are trying to find some damage, but only 1 kill on that knight. That's not too much. The monk is kind of cute to convert it already. Was a little bit confused there with the villagers.
So much to choose from, and it's like, where do I begin? Another mangonel for SneakySalmon is going to pop out and see if it gets any damage.
And in the meantime, both players added some more town centers. SneakySalmon on 2, Emu Warrior on 3, and are pretty much just booming up. And that was such a nice reaction from Emu Warrior. I can assure you, Emu Warrior is just looking at that siege workshop and just waiting for that mangonel to pop out any second.
And he was just instantly flung and gobbled up.
Okay. Kind of expecting some aggression from the left-hand side. SneakySalmon completely walled up that section.
Yep. Nobody get in, nobody get out.
Yeah. There was already enough from the other direction, so...
Yeah. Bloopity bloop. Now a defensive castle is going to come down for Emu Warrior, and out pop the mangonels.
2 more mangonels coming out. That can be quite dangerous for Emu Warrior's villages, but we have the mangonel on our way, the defensive one. Is it shooting? Is it getting some value? We missed. We got some archers. It's not going down, but it's not getting the mangonel kills that it needs. And the mangonels, they are denying the castle for now. Ooh, that is some nice continuous aggression there by SneakySalmon. Getting out the siege units, stopping the castle from going up, forcing the villagers to kind of stay inside of the town center.
Another
Another red mangonel is coming out, and
wow,
it's missing!
Oh, it gets a hit now finally, but wow, this is... this is
going in, and this is going to be a cleanup now. The castle will go up, even if we lose our mangonel now. That mangonel is forced back. Yeah, and the castle is up there. There's something we can do to accept this at this point anymore. And Imperial Age. Imperial Age is in for Emu Warrior. So we are immediately going to get some traps onto the map, and we are going to clear that forward position of SneakySalmon. But SneakySalmon has about 20 villagers more on the map. And probably isn't too far behind with clicking up, though. We are still talking about melee here, so the early Imperial Age will also be in so much faster than it usually would be.
So that's so quick, right? Crazy. That tower placed forward goes down because it was in range of the castle.
Yeah, it is a beautiful location for the castle because it already takes care of quite a few of those guard towers.
Yeah.
The question here only is what will be our strategy to move forward, and I think what I kind of would expect, we already tagged into it. Skirmishes are kind of great units if you fight the civilizations like the Koreans, where you expect a lot of archer type units on the field, and then you kind of add some bombard cannons to them because you need to deal with the mangonels, and trebuchets to take down buildings with the bombard cannons together. I think that's the usual combination of a push you want to have here.
So at the very top there, we do see like a forward siege, top of the Pokeball. Emu Warrior, maybe he's going to make a push for this side. I like what SneakySalmon's doing there with the outpost, just getting the extra vision over the wall. And SneakySalmon, of course, gets the TC down right in the middle, which again solidifies kind of the map control over the center there, and the gold. Just kind of once again just freezes up the front line. Trebs are out, of course, and they're starting to hit the tower as well. And now, of course, all the skirms move forward too. Well, this is exactly what you wanted, right? You said you want some lots of aggression on a quarry map, and that's exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, skirmishes are moving forward. Chemistry is nearly done. And the walls are taken down. We are going forward. This is kind of it. We are killing now, or we are getting killed ourselves.
Let's go. Dramatic. The walls going down was very dramatic.
The archers are definitely gaining value, so I'm looking around. What is SneakySalmon's plan? We still have 2 minutes until Imperial Age. We are starting to create some arbalists, though we know our opponent is going into skirmishes. And we are even adding more archery rangers, so this might pretty much, I think, be skirmishes versus skirmishes. We have a lot of resources. SneakySalmon is rich right now. Yeah, skirmishers and a queue.
Good night to Dennis in chat. He's just going to sleep now, so good night, Dennis. There you go.
Good night, Dennis.
I think it's maybe midnight, maybe 1 AM in Romania. In fact, are you 1 hour ahead of me? Are you like 11:39 or is it 12:39?
Yeah.
Okay.
23:39. And here's something I really love. Skirmisher raiding.
Yeah. Not being scared. Oh,
elite skirmishers kill villages quite nicely in Castle Age already. And they can ignore town centers with their PS armor. They could go a little bit deeper and just idle so much at once. In the meantime, we don't really need that much to defend against crossbows with our Imperial upgrade skirmishers.
And we see a BBC take the field as well in the middle, just slowly rolling down. And wow, the momentum of this is just suddenly just swap, right? And just, that's it now, Emu's just going, making emo noises.
More Thompsoners are going down, but oh, we are also coming from a different direction. A ram from the right-hand side is coming in, though it has been immediately spotted by villagers that wanted to build a university. Getting some nice damage here, taking care of the production buildings of the opponents. That's kind of a thing, if you expect your opponent to be stronger than you, but you are in an economic advantage, stop them from getting anything on the field to stop you.
Yeah. Oh, and this Mangonel maybe? I thought it was going to go forward a bit. Well, actually, no, we've got to be defensive. We can't. Oh.
I kind of missed where the Bombard Cannon went to, though.
Yeah.
I apparently died.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So I think, but this Mangonel now is going to start hitting the trebs.
And the traps are trying to hit the Mangonel, and
just one for one.
It's still not that good of a trade for Emu Warrior. The trebuchets are even trying to fire onto the skirmishers right now. We're even adding a few Karambit warriors. I love that unit.
The great skirmisher war of, well, 2024. Skirms everywhere, throwing everything.
The Warrior is getting that castle up. I really dislike the castle position.
This is on cracked
Let's be
terrain
honest,
as well.
the opponent will have the hill advantage when they push.
Yeah.
It is on cracked terrain. I don't know how much cracked terrain it is, if it is actually counts as cracked terrain or not, the location where it is, but I don't like the position. Nonetheless, in the worst case, it will buy us a lot of time to not have the opponent push into our own base. In the meantime, there's some knights being added to the raid to the villages that expanded onto the goat and stone that were on the right hand side where the stable was placed earlier. So the knights gets converted.
This is
That's
so,
a little bit of value.
yeah, this is so chaotic. There's just action everywhere. John. Alright.
There's some technologies I'm currently waiting for, currently hoping to see. We are having the Koreans here. And one unit they can do better than any other, depending on the situation, is the Mangonel, is the Onager. If we could get some Onagers on the field with the additional range that the Koreans have on them, that would be so nice in a skirmish against skirmisher war. Obviously, bombard cannons are kind of a deterrent for Onagers to even put them onto the field.
Yeah. I'm just watching the trebuchets just try and sneak. Oh, the castle goes down. Yeah, the trebuchets just once again trying to hit the PVCs, which is so funny. But
yeah.
Oh, he does get the hit.
Oh, that's a nice hit. That is so much value though, hitting the bomber cannon. Though, obviously, getting that castle away there is also a lot of value.
Yeah.
The tides are about to turn again. Quite a few archery rangers up for Emu Warrior in the middle is even adding more. We're pretty much just spamming skirmishers here, but we don't have many of them in the queue. We're floating a lot of resources actually. Okay, 14 skirmishers in the queue now that I say that.
Once again, momentum shifts.
Be a bit of back and forth. SneakySalmon even started adding the odd hand cannon here, or maybe just a single one that it immediately died. Though it is nice to have a few of them in your army, at least, or at least the arbalists, simply because of the Karambit warriors that are being mixed in from Emu Warrior, so we can take care of them. Oh, and Bombard Cannon is landing nice shots. Oh. A lot of stacked skirmishes going down.
Oh yes.
That looked actually like a very, very strong push from SneakySalmon, and we're adding towers back onto the map to kind of fortify our position. The opponent won't have an easy time to push back whatever space we are gaining here.
It's funny to me because I'm not used to games like going on this long, being back and forth. But I guess obviously, you know, being higher, you know, you kind of you're used to dealing with some more of the situations, so you react to it. Then you get the forefront. Then the other person has obviously got experience of reacting to that, so you know it's kind of like much more reactive and able to make the games go out like this, which is but it does look like it's once again going straight to SneakySalmon now as Sneaky pushes through the center, and the numbers of Emu's army kind of starts to dwindle.
Yeah.
these
Well,
towers.
the map here definitely helps a little bit with the back and forth part, because every time we're getting close to the opponent's base, we are starting to fight uphill, while when we are fending off the opponent, we are fighting downhill. So this map naturally helps a little bit to get this back and forth going. But I really like SneakySalmon's position, how he set it up. Just adding all those towers, having the mass of units on the field, not losing too many of the bombard cannons now.
Yeah, and again, really nice hits the bombards.
Yeah. And elephants, they are an interesting addition, but we don't have on them what we need. There's the Malay elephants. They are cheaper, quite cheap to produce in Castle Age, but that comes with the caveat that they are also quite weak. And we could have a very expensive upgrade on them. Obviously, expensive is not easy to get with the elite battle elephant. But just like that, with only the one armor upgrade they can get, they're just melting. They're not achieving much here.
Oh, the BBC there gets a nice shot from Emu. It's down. Oh, the one BBC for Emu takes down two BBCs from SneakySalmon. That was really nice.
Yeah. While I really love to see that. The bombard cannon fighting, the bombard cannon might be right next to the armies actually fighting. There's so much attention that has to happen with the focus on very special units, while you just assume the other part is going well enough. One tower goes down, one tower goes up. And goes down again.
Both players must be thinking now, like, oh no, it's semi-final, best of 5, and this is game 1. Just
This is going to be a long night. Yeah, Korean skirmishes are better. We're talking about units that cost a bit less to create. So that is quite a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
Upgrade-wise and stat-wise, they should be the same. Yeah. But it's definitely easier to mass.
There's just a random elephant up north for SneakySalmon just kind of hitting the houses and...
Yeah, that elephant came out of the stable, got converted, and pretty much said, "I hate the place where I come from."
Oh wow, I just noticed, like, there's 7 more BBCs being queued for SneakySalmon. It's gonna go with 11 in total. Oh wow, that's a lot. Bombard cannons.
Yeah, But slowly but surely, if the towers weren't there, I would say Emu Warrior is starting to push this back. Because the mass definitely seems to be in favor of Emu Warrior now, but the bomber cannons, they're putting down so much pressure onto the skirmishes, and those are some nice hits. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of units that just died there.
Oh, there we go, never went. Oh.
The skirmishers going forward, trying to snipe some of the bomber cannons, but we are losing them. We are losing all the whole mass we had. We're not that far behind. There's a lot in production right now. We still have like 6 archery rangers that are pumping. We could use a few more though.
Oh, the BBC's now having to run back.
And every time they get a little bit too much forward, the skirmishers immediately get a snipe, another one down.
Some nice hits there though, but again, it's so... Oh. I'm loving this. This is just so much fun, so...
Oh, we... No, it's a Magma. Okay, I thought Onager was in, but no, it's just for good.
Oh, it's just those BBCs getting so much value from Salmon. Just, it's really, you know, Emu messed up the troops and then the BBC just smoosh. No, you don't have lots of troops.
They're pretty much just the saver version of an Onager if you use them like that. Because they have the additional distance to fight from, and SneakySalmon picked up Siege Engineers earlier to get that additional range on them.
Yeah,
so that's a nice technology to have. And now we are slowly encroaching that hill, and once we get that castle, though, there's so much room here. We could start to push towards the south a little bit more. We could run around that castle, and we don't have to fight uphill anymore. Ooh, the elephants nearly ran into those bombard shots.
Oh, this is... Oh, now war wagons.
They are pumping. Birthplace are pumping. We have war wagons now on the field. Finally, I definitely said it was all about war wagons earlier. But against skirmishes, obviously not that much of a deciding factor. But look at that. 6 towers in the middle defending that area. I have to check a tower. 8+5? I think, yeah, the unique technology is in. So those towers, they have an additional 2 range.
Jeez.
And yeah. SneakySalmon in a very good position, getting all that gold from the middle that the opponent doesn't have access to.
Yeah.
But we still have we still have a little bit of gold at home. It's not much anymore, but and I think once that gold pile runs out, we might call this game.
Yeah, because where's the goal?
Especially, yeah, the skirmishers are now on the hill. The bomber cannons are starting to lay the fire onto the castle. It's slowly going down. We don't really have the resources. We have quite some stone on hand. We could repair it for a little bit more.
Yes.
But now we need to push them away. Bombard cannon, oh, nice snipe there, nice snipe there. Group bombard cannons have to go back, and the elephants are coming forward to create a little bit more room again. Skirmishers have been masked again. This is such a tough push right now.
Yeah.
But the sheer mass of bombard cannons.
There's a lot, and as I say now, the gold is getting really scarce. And the gold is out now for Emu Warrior,
Castle
so...
is down.
Castle goes down, gold runs out, and yeah, as I say, you're just gonna suddenly run out of troops, and yeah.
But yeah, that's not it yet. Those elephants, they are running quite deep. They are soaking quite a bit of fire, even if they are lacking a lot of upgrades other elephants would have access to. And even without a castle,
still holding.
We're still holding.
Yeah. It feels like one of those tower defense games. It's like Blues or something.
Well, for Koreans, Age of Empires kind of is just a tower defense game.
That's true, yes.
Maybe it's just a tower attack game.
Yes.
If it defends the enemy spawn, then that's fine too. But yeah, it just seems like the last few units will be cleaned up now.
Yeah.
That is an insane mass of bombard cannons though.
Bring in all
8
the
of them.
BBCs.
8 of them. 6 of them. A whole 5 of them.
Oh, jeez.
God, they are falling. That's a lot of value gained for Emu Warrior there, getting rid of those bombard cannons, but SneakySalmon still has access to so much gold. Look at the resources on hand for either player. Emu Warrior is kind of running the fine line of just having enough to stay alive, but SneakySalmon has 2,000 food on hand, nearly 2,000 gold on hand, and so much wood, 62 skirmishes in the queue.
Oh, that's crazy.
It just has to finish it. Just has to finish it. The skirmish is
the
running
fights.
forward, killing like the one defensive bombard cannon that Emu Warrior has, and maybe if that one
it's
dies,
gone, yeah.
the game might end.
Yep.
Are we still fighting on?
GG's called, there we go. Yeah.
GG has been called.
What an insane opening game to the semi-finals of Vasco Da Gama, where SneakySalmon looking to face off with Emu Warrior, and wow. So you said you wanted a chaotic quarry game?
It's a map I kind of struggle with if I really like it or if I dislike it. The linear part of the map is the one thing that invites a lot of aggression, but at the same time, it also funnels it in a way that I don't know. I prefer a little bit more mobility that you can have in the earlier stages of the game. But I mean, the players would have the option to just go a little bit more through the sides. But that's just stress. That's just additional variables.
Yeah. The APMs as well. Nerds. Right, next what's the next game? I had to quickly drop the nerds there, you know. You know how it's bees. Right, so the next game is on Bypass. Alright, yeah, another closed map. Oh, alright, well, let me know what time you're on.
I have to find the game first.
Okay.
Game 2, that is.
Okay.
I'm at 6 seconds.
Sweet. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, alright. Game number 2 of Vasco da Gama. We have SneakySalmon versus Emu Warrior, and we're on Bypass. Of course, see already Turks versus Teutons. Now, what do you expect from SneakySalmon? Right.
Well, we are in the Vasco da Gama bracket. And if there's one thing that might be remembered from pretty much the opening series of the whole Hidden Cup tournament, it was a Turks game on exactly this very map. So, I definitely love to see my fast Imperial Ages,
Yes.
with a lot of aggression behind it.
That'd be perfect as well, you know, Vasco da Gama set with Hera raiding us, so it would just be a perfect way to top off the night, I guess. But alright.
On
How you
the
doing?
other hand,
Yep.
we are having the Teutons now. There might be some early aggression from the Teuton side, and a lot of monk abuse, because monks is something you can't really fight against when they are Teutonic, due to the conversion resistance they carry themselves.
Oh yes, right.
And I think Emu Warrior definitely knows the danger that comes from the Turks on this map. Also, it's the map Emu Warrior picked for this game, so maybe there's a plan here that will kick in before the Turks themselves become the powerhouse. For now, it's pushing deer time. SneakySalmon going for the palisade deletion to get some of the deers in, and Emu Warrior just using the goat to keep it open.
Alright, so I like that. Well, we've seen it earlier, right? In the alpaca group. And it didn't go quite. Oh, the wall was deleted. Okay, I was kind of confused there a little bit. Because obviously Salmon deleted the part of his wall, right, to push in the zebras. I kind of missed this. I was like confused. I was like, anyway, ostriches being pushed in.
Ostriches are being pushed in. Might be offensive to Emu Warrior. I think they are quite closely related.
Yeah. So, like, what's the difference between an emu and ostrich? Like, they both kind of look the same-ish. I think. I don't know.
I think ostriches are much bigger.
Oh, so this is like.
Like emus are still big, but ostriches are the evolved version.
Evolve. So emu is not his final form. I get you.
Yeah. Something I don't remember ever really seeing on this map is the sites actually mattering much. Like, there's so many resources here with all the additional hunt, the berries, the golden stone. I've seen people expand to it, but I've never really seen it as a lot of value. Most of the times when someone expand to it, it was the person that was weaker that either had to flee a direction or they just had some economy that was out of position and then was kind of destroyed.
Yeah. I agree there. Just more just there just for novelty, I guess.
Yeah, at this point, it was a nice idea to add them, but yeah.
I think another part as well is just how long it takes to get across there, get set up there. It just takes too long, you know.
It takes so long. There's always so much aggression in that little short corridor between the blaze.
Yeah. My favorite is when one of the alpacas used the elephant to go all the way around, and it took forever.
Ooh, this is going to be heavy aggression. Emu Warrior has gone up with 19 pop, 18 villagers is already on stone. This is not going to the Castle Age. This is going to be a Teuton Tower Rush, and they are so strong with it, being able to put up to 10 villagers into a tower. They can out-damage pretty much anything anyone wants to throw against it.
2 tons.
But obviously, we are idling so much of our economy with this that we need to deal heavy damage here. But SneakySalmon knows what they are in for the moment the villagers come into vision, the tower's being built, and immediate reaction. You love to see it, Immediate reaction, building those additional palisade walls, pretty much just forcing Emu Warrior to, once in there, place the next tower, and just buy a little bit of time for SneakySalmon, yeah.
The second tower.
Now, here's the issue. We aren't up yet. We've delayed our feudal age quite a bit, and just compare the walls. The walls of SneakySalmon right now have 150 HP. The walls of Emu Warrior, because of feudal age, have 250 HP. So they are not that much of a deterrent. The early uptime is such a huge difference here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're hitting the house.
How come the walls get less HP when you... Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah.
They gain more HP the moment you hit the next
Yeah,
stage.
I got it all confused. I got it looked wrong.
Okay.
I thought Sneaky was in feudal and then Emu was in that.
Okay.
You know, my bad.
Yeah, that's a nice tower. We are starting to deal some more damage here than rather just forcing our opponent to spend wood. The berries have been idle. Quite an important food source at that point of the game. And this is starting to be quite costly. Do we have a second wood line for SneakySalmon? No, we don't. So once we break through here, Emu Warrior will take us off wood. And gold will follow up quite soon after that. So what is the plan? How does SneakySalmon plan to defend against that? We have archers in the queue. One archer is on the field. No fletching there though. It will take out the villagers a little bit, but we have so many villagers forward, we should be able to force any tower up that we want. And yeah, we were pretty much just sitting inside of the tower until we had the 125 stone needed to put down the next one. Scout even immediately running forward to harass the archer and pretty much keeping it from fighting back, idling a lot of villagers, and that you love to see that kind of micro defensive tower at the town center. But that tower will go up. Will it go up? Oh, it actually might. It actually might. We are not dealing that much damage. Not as much as I thought would go down here. But in a tower versus tower war, the Teutons will win.
Yeah.
Very convincingly. And so much of Salmon's eco is being idled with that aggression.
Yeah. Really causing the delay. So at home, what is Emu like? Just gonna keep focusing on stone and food?
Well, Emu is starting to drop some farms in their own economy. As students, we get access to those farms very, very cheap compared to the opponent. I think it's like 43 wood per farm, or 34 wood. And that will help us actually get into the game, but I think Emu Warrior has another plan, and it's just saying more villagers.
Send them all. Sweet.
That's a little bit of an overcommitment, I would say. The push is going on so well that we would actually want to start building our economy behind that. And oh, we are moving on to the stone. SneakySalmon is close with the resources to build some defensive tower here. But that's a nice move from Emu Warrior, staying just in range of the other towers to be able to build this one. So the archers couldn't harass one tile forward, and the archers could have done a lot of damage here.
So pesky with it. So essentially it's a trash, right?
Yeah, a trash, a tower rush, exactly.
Crash. I like it, it's been really effective so far at least.
And now we're even taking the forward stone at the opponent's base. Why not? Why not? We want more towers. We want them now.
Might as well be resourceful.
This is so little fun to play against something like this.
Now, talking about that, SneakySalmon now is pushing up. It's the kind of northern area.
Just creating another pocket, but, well, that's enough space to place a tower and deny of another wood line. So SneakySalmon kind of feels forced out of the own base and is going to the additional resources. Maybe they are going to factor in this time. Considering there's no mobile military on the map, you are so free to do this.
Another tower goes down. Well, obviously Emu, but SneakySalmon. SneakySalmon. It's Emu Sneaku.
The first villager for Emu Warrior,
yes,
Emu Warrior just went down, but both towers are up, and that tower is once again just kind of a temporary deterrent. Oh, and another SneakySalmon villager that went down there. So many farms have been deleted because, well, you can't really take any food from them, and you don't want any villager to think to just walk there and take the food. Oh, this is... Shooting towers, you don't like to play against them.
They're menacing. Even the way they look, just menacing.
Yeah, they already look like they're some upgraded version.
Yeah.
Another thing, SneakySalmon can't jump out of the town and repair it, because there's no villages in there.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
it's nice to have all your villages working, but those archers, how about they will at least stop Emu Warrior from advancing too fast.
So, what is the win condition for Emo? Just keep making towers and like, because like SneakySalmon's obviously expanding upwards now. So,
Well, towers is generally not. Towers are not killing a player. Towers are dealing a lot of damage though. It was great from SneakySalmon how he reacted, how he expanded to the outside to get access to those resources, how he just added as little space as he could.
yeah.
Every time a tower was dropped, walls and as little space as he could, so Emu Warrior was not advancing too fast. So there was such a great reaction that the early castle age really is deserved here. The question is, what is going to come out of that? We might even see some more damage being dealt to SneakySalmon. Both players on the left-hand side over there, and an archer range is creating archers. Those villages are completely in the open, undefended, and Emu Warrior's archers will definitely find some damage there, because a few of them are already low. First one might go down immediately. Well, we are not having fletching, but that one got killed, and now we're just microing. And that's something you will definitely see at this level. 2 archers are deadly to any amount of villagers, because the villagers can never keep up enough if the player pays attention. Another villager is going down. Those villagers are now all idle. Yes, we are on our way to Castle Age. We have absolutely no gold to create something like knights or whatever we would need to clean up the mess. So we're just running. We're just running one direction, archers running the other direction, spears nicely scouting whatever is going on down here. Crossbow coming in for SneakySalmon, but is in no position to deal any damage anywhere. Emu Warrior just putting away those villagers over there, putting away the archers, and is kind of in a safe spot.
Do you think Sneaky putting the TC down in the south is a nice play as well? Is it just?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, those areas are still great areas to get resources.
Yes.
And if you played it the way as before, like the pressure right now is on the left-hand side. Often you can kind of expect from your opponent to completely ignore the other side for a while. So it is a really nice move to put a town center there. Now putting a town center on either side, I'm not much of a fan of. If Emu Warrior is starting to go like into a mass of knights or into a siege push, then you are kind of weak on either side. You don't really have your full force at one place. And even with SneakySalmon being in Castle Age for a little bit longer, so Emu Warrior coming in with 3 villages ahead still. So the tower rush definitely dealt a lot of damage, got a lot of value out of that. And we have 2 stables on the map that are pumping knights right now. So we are not really planning on turning this into a boomy game. We are planning to run into the opponent's economy and to deal as much damage as we possibly can.
Another TC's going down with SneakySalmon, 4 TCs now.
4 TCs now, but the TC in his own base, that one won't last for too long. The siege workshop is going down right next to it, so we're really thinking with aggression here. Though, let's look at the town center, let's look at the 3 farms next to it. I don't think anyone cares if that goes down. That's not really the high value living space there.
Knights engaging with the crossbow.
And that will be an easy cleanup for the Knights. The Knights, they already have +2 armor, so they can pretty much ignore a lot of that crossbow fire, a lot of town center fire. And might gain some value quite fast. But we see SneakySalmon is adding the own stables. At least on the left-hand side right now. Yeah, pretty much next to those TCs. And we are probably going to see some camels once resources are on hand to start producing them.
Crunch, crunch goes the TC. The siege ram is crunch. Now, Emu Warrior's moving his villagers down to the south area, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, that is going to be a bit of a surprise. Maybe not too unwelcome. I don't really know. And the stable is being added. But they've been spotted both players. You love to see it. You love to see it. Both players just adding the stables right next to each other. They know what's coming over here now that this site is discovered.
Oh, so Knights are running in back here. And kills the... I'm just gonna hit the wood line. There's a lot of
Knights are getting
villagers.
so much value.
Yeah.
Those 4 Knights already killed 12 units, 13 units, and the number is rising.
Camels are
But now
gonna-
that camels are on the map, they're pretty much forced to keep running. And I don't even know if we should try running. Camels are a little bit faster than Knights. And especially once Husbandry will be in for SneakySalmon. We're talking about Tute Knights. We do not get access to that upgrade, so we will slack a little bit behind.
I like Emu's adding the TC to the south side as well, and just kind of a little weird skirmish going on there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that town center will offer a lot of protection to Emu Warriors units once they are. Especially because we are having a Knights versus Camels fight. Camels cannot tank town center fire like Knights can.
That's true. How's everyone in chat doing, by the way? Y'all been quiet. I think most people are always just, getting that time right. Got stuff going on and good. People lurking, chilling, by all means. Me and Lorhey are just having the time of our lives, just kind of binging this pretty much now. This is it's just nice just to see like the expansion going on. Now they're like, okay, just to the next level.
Now, that was a really nice move by Emu Warrior. Not engaging the camels, just trailing them behind the Knights for the 3 Knights that were still locked inside of the base to tear down that gate so we could fight them with a full mass. And right now there's so much going on. Main base of SneakySalmon has pretty much been cleared of most of the structures. The ram is pretty much just removing whatever is still there.
Now
We have a siege workshop and a monastery on the right hand side being added, so this is going to be pretty much the next breakpoint of the game, where also a lot of stone on the hand for Emu Warrior, so we will see a castle in the very near future. I'm pretty sure Emu Warrior wants to close off this side to be able to focus fully onto another. There we go. Stone is on hand. And that castle will probably be beautifully put next to the town center.
Yep, there goes the castle for Emu. Up right there.
Yeah, we don't have anything to stop that over here.
No. SneakySalmon must be tired of like towers and castles right now. Like, oh no, so many towers, so many castles.
Those castles, another bunch of camels is getting cleaned up. We kind of misclicked them onto the mill, so they were kind of defenseless. on the left-hand side of the map, and the knights are uncontested. They are going to get a lot of raiding value, while on the right-hand side, the castle is down. We're pushing away a lot of economy. We're not really getting the snipes on those units, but, well, we don't need to for now. The value is there. The value is already gained.
Well,
Yeah, right now, it doesn't really look too good for SneakySalmon. Emu Warrior is having a lot more. Cleaning up all the new camels that are coming out of the stables. Keeping the lead. Raiding on the town center, and yeah, SneakySalmon is not getting
whew.
back into this game.
That was really, really nice play from Emu. I liked it. You know,
That was such a strong aggressive play here, yes.
yeah, another thing with like high level players, like the lower players tend to just have one strategy and they'd go in for like a tower rush and then like then what? But Emu obviously transitioned into like, you know, base knights and kind of really expanded their onwards and had a solid kind of plan of where to go then. So I quite like that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's pretty much put a stop into anything the Turk player wants to do. The Turk player doesn't want to play the drawn out feudal tower wall into like an even Castle Age timing. He wants that advantage of the uptime and the tax they get there. The gunpowder strength that they can put onto the field. We never got our own castle for Janissaries. And we had to run so much with our economy that we were always a few steps behind. So it was beautifully played, and I'm happy to see that we are having a series here, even though it is quite late.
So, right, yeah. Next game on Cross. Are you, how you went? You're good? You okay? Sure.
Yeah, I'm still fine. Loading into game 3.
Sweet. I'd like to remind all the lurkers and people watching, thank you so much once again. We're in Lorhey here, covering Vasco Da Gama semi-final, where only one of these can go through to the final, the grand final. Which animal wins?
I didn't even know if Emu would eat fish. Probably.
All right.
I'm at 2 seconds.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Look at that synchronization, everyone. Synchronization as we head into game number 3 where the scores are synced at 1-1.
Pretty much turning the best of 5 into a best of 3 now.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. I say game 1 was, well, very well balanced, but just felt SneakySalmon had the edge. Game number 2, Emu just dictated the terms constantly, right, and just constantly knew where to go, what to do, how to suppress salmon, and it worked pretty well. So, game number 3, there's a lot of salmon.
Should be on Salmon's home map now that he lost the last game.
Yeah, and there's lots of salmon. In fact, there's 7,000.
We're seeing Hindustani versus Malians. Both kind of strong in their camel play. Malians definitely strong in pretty much any gold unit that you want to add. They generally like to run some mixed crossbow and camels, which would be strong against what Hindustanis field. But Hindustanis themselves are also not a weak civilization. They have a lot of options, and maybe if they can get to the Gulam, are in a quite a strong position. I definitely like the civilization pick because there's so many options, and yeah, it's rather let's see where this game goes, where those players take us with their plans, rather than a very linear plan.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Kind of wondering who's gonna take this one now. Like, I'm trying to think of like how the players must feel because, like, again, both games, none were a breeze. Like I said, I did say Emu did kind of dictate game number 2, but it wasn't made easy. And now, so game 1 was rough for both because they had to, commit a lot of time. Game 2 felt like, a struggle. Now, game 3, do you think the players are actually starting to feel like fatigue from this, or do you think they're still like pretty strong?
I think 3 games in, you don't really feel that much of a fatigue. Maybe there was a stretch between game 1 and game 2 because game 1 was a really long drawn out post Imperial fight, while game 2 was just with the pacing more standard long feudal into Castle Age game. So I don't think there's too much fatigue. I generally like to add a few minutes between every game to reset a little mentally. If you win or if you lose, it's kind of good for both sides, I would say. Even though some players kind of have the mental momentum they want to keep going. Now this we see something that I was kind of missing from earlier sets because both players are actually going onto the water at the same time, and yeah, rather standard play for cross.
Just kind of a little nose going around, saying, yeah, both idle TC's time looking good.
14 seconds is actually quite a lot.
All right. Well, compared to my time, I would have had 10 minutes by now, right? It's 6 minutes, so I would have had 10 minutes by now, so... yeah.
But I definitely have to commend the map scripters. I've never really checked through it that well, but it seems like the ponds are very well balanced. Left a push amount. I mean, I would assume that's something that people look into with a lot of detail.
Yeah. So there's 2 scouts now, just kind of... Oh, Salmon's getting the hill, and then once again, just kind of tussling between the 2 scouts now. And
yeah, taking the hill advantage, but Emu Warrior definitely has the health advantage here. Might get a hit back. No. SneakySalmon is pretty much just running around and trying to keep Emu Warrior from scouting his base. You generally have 2 options here when the opponent has a big advantage with the scout health, and that is either you kind of give up your scout and take some more map scouting in by taking the opponent's scout on the scenic route where it doesn't gain much value, or you bring it straight back to your town center where it can either shoot the opponent's scout or you at least get the room between you and their scout so they are not forced to follow each other. So I definitely like the play to kind of keep them away from our own base, so
yeah,
the opponent doesn't see what's coming. The barracks is on the map, and yeah, we definitely don't want your opponent to see what's coming. We have some militia out.
really nice place there.
That is a man-at-arms place.
There's a lot of dancing around, and the bully boys, that's right, the bully boys are off SneakySalmon. I like to call them the bully boys, it's just something I like to do. Because, as I said, they just look so... They look so mean, so vicious. And as a newcomer, to me, it's like, oh no, the militia. You see them, they look like they can like wipe out entire cities. And then when you actually realize, like, kind of, well, they're not as strong. Obviously, I mean,
Oh, they're catching one militia out of
really
position
nice
immediately. That guy, he was supposed to build a dock on the southern pond, but I don't think he's ever going to get there. And, well, as intimidating as they might look as militia, now they are actually intimidating to villagers as men-at-arms.
Yes.
They will do a lot of damage. one tiny thing that happened there, and I love the tiny things good players do, is Emu Warrior knew the villager could no longer escape. So he attacked the scout because the scout was already so low. There was the chance there to actually get the snipe onto the mobile unit. And at this level, even a scout with 3 HP adds an insane amount of value. Simply because of the vision it can create, especially for the man-at-arms. The scout can find out where can I attack, where are the openings, where is there a straggling villager out there somewhere that is not in a safe spot. Later in the game, if we keep it alive longer, it can start sniping monks. The monks don't care about is a scout low life or a full life. So 3 HP scout, there's so much value in that. And we're finding another villager, but the villager is hitting the scout, and a nice move, it's down, yeah. Obviously, you like to block villagers with the scout, it's a great thing they can do, but if it's that low, it was just waiting to get sniped. And, there's a surprise in that stable. Quite a lot of scouts, actually.
It just exploded or something else.
Spears are forwards. We can take this engagement because this amount of scouts should be able to smelt this if we get the spears first. Oh my gosh, that was super loud on my side. Apparently I have the game sounds.
There we go. So kind of woke you back up now. Obviously, freezing for me, freezing. Thanks, DE.
And that's also such a nice move. We have the mobile unit. We don't need to kill whatever is there right now. We have the defense set up. And just look at the defense. Very tiny walls that lead straight to our town center, so the opponent has to run through the town center if they want to do anything. Which the opponent does and then runs back again. Oh, yeah.
Pain.
It's a beautiful setup, so we can actually use our own scouts a little bit more aggressively and try to find some damage onto the opponent. In the meantime, either player also starts advancing to a second pond. No intersection there yet. SneakySalmon has moved to the southern pond. Emu Warrior has a villager ready at the northern pond just to drop that dock to get a little bit more of that sweet fish economy.
So the walls of Salmon's base is kind of like, it's shaping up to look like a fish. I don't know, I somehow see her as a fish.
Yeah, I see it. I see
yes.
it. Like the middle is that top fin of the fish.
Yes, exactly.
It's there.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, now the dock does go up now at the top of the emu, as expected. Market goes down.
And SneakySalmon will find the dock very, very soon. The villager is already on the way because we kind of want to expand onto as many docks as possible. Also, nice move from SneakySalmon to use one of the fishing ships in the southern pond to just check if there is a dock coming in on that pond. It's those tiny things that I really love about the game.
That satisfy you.
Just passing. Saying hello, walking back just to double check. What are you fishing today? What's in your
Yes.
It's salmon. That's kind of offensive.
Yes.
So you're just throwing the dog at an inverted position.
So the scouts did dive in there, but I don't think they got anything of value. They just
at least no villagers. The KD stands at 2-2-0 for SneakySalmon. With the villager kills at least. And well, we kind of missed it. If we wouldn't have missed that one villager up north, that's going to be quite a surprise for Emu Warrior now.
Yes. Now, I'm kind of curious as to what... Emu's villager is going to try and dock on SneakySalmon's back pond. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes talking is hard, okay?
We can like it's one thing to get some ships out onto the opponent's secondary pond. Like yeah, there's a lot of fish still on there. It's fresh, but the main fish economy that's on the in their base at the pond.
Okay.
So
And
if we
there's
can
also
get that dock out, that is going to interrupt a lot of economy.
another dock as well for the south, so it's going for the 4-pond domination.
Okay, I'm trying to find the blue villager that's sneaking towards the left pond now. Oh, and we found a woodline.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Those villagers are going down. That's 4 villagers kids pretty much dead. Oh, even 5 villager kids. Okay, there was one more in there. That was a great find for Emu Warrior there. And that's the thing. While they are going down everywhere with the dogs, doing all those things, at the very same time, they are looking for those snipes. They're running into the base. There's so many things they're paying attention to simultaneously.
Gotta find another snipe here as well, so. There we go.
Yeah, for finding the walling villager, that's another nice pickup. Crossbows are in. We are going for light cav because we have so many scout covering on the map. That's a lot of value we will get from that one technology. And now the walls on the water have also begun. SneakySalmon, kind of creating multiple fire ships, not really reacting to the fire ship on our home pond. Maybe we don't care about it anymore because, well, there's only so little fish left.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of an investment to fight for that. So we're just expanding towards the middle with more town centers. And trying to get some value out of the crossbow we got.
So what next, I wonder?
What next? I probably progress us into multiple TCs for each player and a lot of economy. Right now there's a lot of light cav on the map for Emu Warrior, and he continues to create light cav, has added 2 scorpions even, and researched upgrade for the navy. That's a lot of resources not put into expanding your economy, though. Now that we have 100 stone, are we going to add a town center somewhere? Because that's not a castle drop amount of villages we have.
No.
Yeah, okay, town center is being dropped towards the south, securing the gold, securing the woodline. And making it harder for crossbows to find a place where they can deal damage. And on the water, it seems like pretty much the match principle is going on. Mutual assured destruction.
Yes.
No one's getting the fish.
Alright, watch now, please. Oh. Towers put down by Emu Warrior, just gets a few hits.
So there, where are the light curve? Oh, they're running towards the south. But there's a lot of houses there. It's not too easy to break through houses with light cav. They are still lacking a bit of damage compared to knights. So they will probably not find any damage there. But the crossbows, oh my god, they found a town center location.
Ooh.
And they will get a lot of value out of that. That town center, it will be denied and delayed. Yeah, the scorpions are dealing a lot of damage because those crossbows are stacked,
Yeah,
but we don't really care about those crossbows. We care about the value we get from them, and the value we get from them, with the economic KD says 19 to 19, it's evened out, and SneakySalmon is actually in quite the lead with 3 town centers. To 3 town centers now.
That was a great find there for SneakySalmon. Again, finds a villager there to kill. And now Emu's like, okay, I have to respond.
Yeah, it's... I mean, you don't really expect to deal that much damage with them. It would be nice if you get through the gate, but you kind of have to expect that your opponent is fast enough to react to that.
Yeah.
The one thing you want here, and why you kind of want to keep on hitting anything the opponent has, if you are not trying to kill him with that, you want a reaction. You want to see what is he going to fight me off with, to know what do I have to plan for. So yes, it's nice if we get blacksmith, but if we see a bunch of pikes, we know what our opponent is investing into. And that's the major objective here, so we might run the moment we hear the attack notification. Yep, here we go. One lightcraft died. And we know the opponent attacked into pikes. We might even click a pike and see, oh, they have a lot of defense. Well, okay, they're Malians, obviously they do. But yeah, we at least keep a track of what the opponent is doing with that. In the meantime, 5th town center, pikes are not going to push us without any siege or anything. So, heavy economic approach. I like to see it.
Hey Star, how's it going? I'm saying let's go fish boy. Right, SneakySalmon. There's lots of salmon on this map. Including the SneakySalmon. Yeah.
That is actually salmon, yeah.
Yep. This one is infiltrated from the sea onto the land, and is, really putting up the pressure against the Emu Warrior. Nice to see you, though. Hi. Alright.
Yeah, that poor villager up north.
No! Try to be a nerd. That was funny. Right.
The town center is under fire. Literally.
Yes! Fire ship just like, yeah.
It would be funny when this game transitions into Imperial Age, if Emu Warrior would add some cannon galleons.
Yes! That would be ultimate troll move. Big brain. Yes.
And the Lightcav are coming in, actually finding quite a bit of economic damage here.
This is nice. Yeah, this is really nice. But on the other side, we have also a push from SneakySalmon. It's very messy for both players.
One mangonel definitely putting the town center under pressure. I would definitely like to see more, and the next mangonel is coming out in a second. Monks are on the map and are starting to pick up relics for SneakySalmon, so there is a preparation for the later stage of the game going on. And we also can see both players are starting to get the resources to put down the castles, and SneakySalmon wants control of the middle. That is a nice hill we put that castle onto. That gives us a lot of control of the center area where we want our pushes to come from.
There's a nice monk snipe there from Emu Warrior, but yeah, so castle's coming down now for both players.
The pikes are actually sniping the mangonel under the town center. Oh, which needed repair villagers on that. Oh.
Also, the galleys at the back of the base hitting the TC. Quite funny, but.
Meantime, the castle is going up. Scorpions not enough to fend off what's there to defend it. This Lightcav might actually have the potential to engage. There are not too many pikes there, though they are getting more now. This castle in quite a good spot for SneakySalmon. I definitely would love to see Emu Warrior's castle. Where do we put it? Up north on the hill. If we get another castle, I would like it up south, right next to the TC, next to the gold on that hill.
Yes.
And both players have clicked up to Imperial Age in very, very similar times. So this, and that's one of the stages I love the most of this whole game. If people get into Imperial Age at the same time, have castles in defensive or offensive position that are not too far from each other. The trebuchet phase, the early trebuchet phase, I love that part of the game. There's so much pressure onto so little going on, and the moment the first castle goes down, it's like a cork that pops.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And like if some people like panic at the traps and they do stuff they wouldn't otherwise do, and then it kind of just really it turns up the tempo, right? So
yeah. The issue right now though, Emu Warrior has absolutely no wood on hand. We need the wood. I think a few farms just reseeded, and it's something we cannot afford at this stage of the game. We have like 20 seconds to have 400 wood on hand to start producing the first 2 trebuchets.
yeah.
The second castle has been built. Okay, I don't mind the position too much of that castle. The castle on the other hill would have been nice because it would be in a safe spot for you to just trap the other castle with the distance. But this castle, it at least protects a lot of farming economy, and we kind of expect to set up for a later stage of the game where raids are kind of expected. PH and 2 trebuchets in the queue immediately. For SneakySalmon, only 1 trebuchet, and we also got a few gebetters onto the map. Into the mix. The one thing I'm currently missing though is more military from Emu Warrior. We went into Lightcav the whole time. We added like 10 Gulams, but are we just planning on creating like 4 trebuchets and then spam Gulams from 2 castles? It only feels like a half-baked plan.
Yeah.
We want a little bit more.
All the Ghulams. No.
And Gulams are a great answer to the mass of archers that opponent fields, and they should also deal quite well with the spears. Against gebetters, it's not that well, but we will clear the opponent's castle. Should be able to clear that. Still, it's not enough. The production just isn't enough. And while the blue castle is going down, SneakySalmon's losing the forward position in buildings, but is gaining so much space and such an insane amount of values by just destroying those trebuchets, by killing the army Emu Warrior had on the field. Elite Gulam is coming in.
Keeping these traps alive as well. SneakySalmon, pretty good.
Yeah. There's 2 traps without having any forward castle right now. We built a more defensive one up north to secure some wood lines and economy. But those 2 front trebuchets, they have at so much value right now.
That's right, Brandon. Oh. How are you doing tonight, Brandon? Oh no, now the BBCs are coming out. Where I am in India.
Are coming out. Emu Warrior also nearly done with chemistry, being able to add the own BBC onto the field. Also tagged into Hussar in the meanwhile, and is adding more Gulams.
This BBC was
maybe is able to hold it. It's quite a nice force to repair here, but the bomber cannons took down the trebuchet that was defending.
Also, the one BBC took a lot of damage from the TC, so it's kind of and now they run into the castle. Oh no!
They're running to the castle and both are going down. No. One
disaster.
One stays alive, and a lot more are coming out. From game 1, we already know SneakySalmon loves to use BBC, especially in big masses.
4 a.m. in India. Wow, it's currently 11:49 for me.
It's close to 1 a.m. for me.
Wow. If any time you want to stop, you know, just let me know, okay? We can like continue this another day. No pressure.
I think the only thing I need to do is change the game sounds at some point because they are getting quite loud in comparison to the voices. But right now, this is a beautiful hold from Emu Warrior. Keeping that one castle alive, stopping the opponent from being able to really push into our economy. I kind of missed the bombard cannons going down though. We had a lot of them. Was it a light cav that got? And the ghulams went in, yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching it, then because you said I was like, huh? I just like, I don't know. It was weird what happened there. Oh, there goes the light cav running in.
Light cav running in, and let's have a check. It's Malian light cav. We are still lacking the technology from the castle, the Farimba. So they have the potential to get a lot more damage.
What does Farimba do?
It gives cavalry more attack damage. I think it is 3 damage they get. It might be 5. I think at some point it was 7. That's why I'm so confused. No, I think it's +5 and yeah.
Right, so there are lots of hussars coming in from the north.
It's a lot of
few.
them.
5
Yeah,
plus
+5. Yeah.
There you go.
It
Thank
was
you,
7
Philster.
because they have +7 with all the other upgrades at the end. That's where my numbers got confused.
How you doing, Matthew?
Hussar trying to go in, trying to snipe the bombard cannons. They are forced to go back. A lot of Hussar will die on the way, but bombard cannons are going down. Still, 3 of them are up. 1 of them, nearly going down, but the Hussar was body block. And that is a big issue for Emu Warrior, because that was pretty much the whole army on the field. We don't really have that much to defend right now. We're adding our own bombard cannons, but they are not really fine. Because SneakySalmon is really managing to use his bombard cannons very good, very well. Oh, and Farimba is in. Yeah, now they have 7+7 attack.
And hi, Philster as well. Good to see you. See you both rounds. Just got off work. Ah, welcome home. Nice. Then put your feet up and relax.
SneakySalmon is in quite a commanding position here on his own.
Numbers a bit higher than usual tonight because I said error rate us. Yep, carry on. Sorry.
I really need to change the game sounds because I can barely hear you anymore. Remind me once this game is over.
Okay.
Because I think if I do it now, I'm pausing the game and falling behind.
I shall remind you. Yeah, Hera raided in, so it was really nice, and now we happen to be in Vasco Da Gama, so it was just all just looped together really nicely. And this set has been like also insane. The games have gone really long, and they've been really entertaining, right? So it's not too much of an issue.
Heavy camel is in, but right now the only cavalry unit we are really fighting here is the trash unit. The competitors are putting in a lot of effort, a lot of values, and those are elite competitors. But maybe we can snipe the bombard cannons. Doesn't seem that way though.
No. Oh, and it's called GG. Right, change
And
your
the
game
GG has
volume.
been called, and I'm changing my audio settings so I can hear you again.
There we go.
because while the game has kind of a consistent sound, I think we are both getting more and more silent.
Sweet. So Sneaky Salmon takes another point in this set and is one closer to going through. So the grand final, where now, fortunately, Lorhey has fixed the volume. All right.
Just give me a few seconds. I'm checking with the game sounds. Okay, now it should be
There we go.
decent. I am loading up the 4th game of the series.
Sweet. Oh, okay. Mirror matchup. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Mirror matchup. Interesting.
All right, please let me know when you're all ready and
Okay,
good.
I'm at second number 2.
Okay, sorry, you're what number? 2.
2.
Okay.
Do.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, the mirror matchup indeed. We're on upside down pants, and both legs are being played as the Georgians. So I think the Georgians are going to win this one. I think also the Georgians might lose. What do you think?
You might be a little bit biased towards the Georgians in this matchup, I think. The Georgians just have answers to everything the Georgians can do. So I don't know. The one thing that really surprises me here, though, is the pick of the Georgians. I don't really remember them being such a big factor on this map specifically.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe they said beforehand if it goes into game 4, we're gonna no.
Or maybe there's a build that I just don't know. You need a lumber camp? Yeah, I think. Yeah. That was my thought, that the mule cart will help with docking earlier.
Hi Turbo, good to see you. Turbo. Right.
So I guess it's one of those other new civilizations that don't have a direct bonus to the water, but the indirect bonus helps them just getting onto it a little bit easier.
Oh, having some Sneaky's just trying to push his deer and having some. The deer's like, no, I don't want to be pushed in. I'm going back. I'm going home. That's a long way to push the deer out there, right? A really long way.
It is a long way, but due to the symmetry of the map, we always know the deer will spawn there, and that is definitely the plan of the opponent. Well, the thing is, what would you usually do at this point of the game?
Right.
You don't really need to scout the opponent because you know, due to the layout of the map, the water is here, the opponent will be there, so I don't need to scout, and the deer is going back again, and
Oh,
I
pain.
can see so much immersion in a faceless unit. Like there was some slight movement there that was just pure disappointment in the start.
It's so sweet. So both gets the docks up. Starts fishing. Now, the salmon's in the water again. This is just a sign. Sneaky salmon's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And what
I want to
do we have on the
see.
other side? I think Emu Warrior at least managed to already push one of the deer in all the way.
How come Sneaky Salmon hasn't got his goose yet? Because like they're clearly right there in his vision.
Because they are not that important to pick up that early. I mean, okay, I definitely would agree it would be nice to at least have them safe, because you kind of expect the opponent's scout to come forward at some point. But if they haven't been forward yet, then to interrupt the dock, then they probably won't be there too soon, because there's nothing really to scout. Both players will expect the opponent to go into water. And now we're picking them up. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Now again, picked up. Life is good.
Like, the deer needed to be pushed. No matter how often it returned, we would have pushed that one there. And both players should be up at very, very similar times. A minor discrepancy in TC idle time for SneakySalmon, 5 seconds behind there. And this time it didn't hurt my ears because it wasn't too loud.
Yes, thankfully.
We can probably kind of expect villages coming forward very soon to build a second dock for each player. Or maybe we see some land aggression because Emu Warrior is building the barracks.
Bully boys, like always. Oh, the scout from Emu was going to find... But there's 2 villages, so...
Yeah. And at this point, this is Dark Age Scout. Those villages have loom. They are very strong against Dark Age Scout. You don't want to fight that. Second dock is down, and SneakySalmon might have seen that Emu Warrior is not committing that much onto the water. So we would expect something else to be coming, and the stable is being built, and SneakySalmon is pretty much running straight at it. This will not be a surprise. Stable has been built, immediate movement reaction from SneakySalmon. Also checking where those villages are going, because, yeah, they're going to the deer. Building a new card at deer. We know there are some exposed villages on the map. We might build our own barracks, but we don't really have the resources yet. We are going for 2-dock ship production, so we're just warming up.
Ding ding. There's the fire ships.
Oh, Emu Warrior hasn't even built a single ship. I mean, yeah, we're kind of expecting to lose versus 2 docks, but I at least expected some investment.
Yeah.
Make the opponent invest. Ah, there we go. Demo ship. We kind of want to get all the fishing ships of the opponent at once. And that's all the value we kind of hope to get out of this.
Table says, double dock before you've confirmed your opponent is going to fight for the bay is weird to me. I think we briefly touched on it earlier. Demo ship is coming out.
Demo ship is coming out. Are we splitting the fishing ship? Yes, nice split over there. We're not going to get too much value. That's just 1 fishing ship for demo ship. Definitely a trade. I would take it any time of the day. And in the meantime, scouts are forward. Scouts are trying to find some gaps. But we have spears on the map. Well, at least 1 spear, and that one's getting nicely melted. Nice microwave with the scout to keep it alive. 4 scouts are running into the economy here. And the quick wall of a stable is not going down. We are finding no damage here though, because the next spear is up, and yeah, the scouts are still hovering around. We're trying to find damage. They might try to pounce onto that spear if it is a little bit more out of position. But also the next spear is there. We are finding less and less space to deal damage. Maybe a few hits on the villagers on the woodline. No, we are skipping by trying to find a place where something might still be exposed. And nice reaction by SneakySalmon.
A real funny thing is when I watch Emu Warrior streaming, he just likes to always play with like classical music going on. It's a vibe. He's just the Emu Warrior. What can I say?
Oh, now we might find some damage onto the villages, onto the berries though, and the scouts are not really attacking. Oh, that was not good. They could have dealt a lot more damage there. And the issue is, Emu Warrior's investment was so much higher to get into the position he's in right now. Having 5 scouts on the map against just a few spearmen, while SneakySalmon still can hold the water and can eat all his relatives. So we need at least a little bit of damage, and we kind of found it. 1 villager is down. Next eco KD 2-2. And the spearmen. Oh, that's a nice round there. Maybe we find some more damage on the villagers and the berries now that the spears are far. But if we're running like that, we're kind of missing the whole berry section.
Oh.
Still, the spears are so close by. We know that villager is weak. Circling around, nice move. We're going to pick that one up and we are going to move away. What a smooth criminal.
Just
Yeah,
seeing the TC idle time for SneakySalmon is just kind of creeping up again to like almost 2 minutes.
Didn't even look at that. That
Yeah.
TC idle time is going up, and SneakySalmon is not even close to cleaning up to the next age. Where are all the resources from the pond going to? Because Emu Warrior is halfway to the castle age. So at the end of the day, there was so much more damage dealt. SneakySalmon is 400 resources ahead with the dogs, but the resources are not where they need to be. 550 gold on hand. If we could move those 350 gold to food, then we also would have clicked up already. But Emu Warrior, okay, that's a costly age up though. For the early age up, Emu Warrior sold all their stone.
Oof, yeah.
So we don't want to boom, we want to deal damage.
We don't want to boom, we want blood. We want death. Death.
In the meantime, SneakySalmon knew there were some villagers out there hunting deer, and the scouts, they are on the way. They're going to find that. 4 villages and a meal cart.
Nice.
That's going to be a very nice pickup. Those villagers might maybe take out the scout, but they should all go down. Yeah.
That was really nice of SneakySalmon just to kind of keep that in the back of his mind that there were villagers just kind of chilling out there.
Yeah.
Forward siege for Emu. Still got these scouts.
Oh, there even was a spear, but Emu Warrior sent it away.
Pain.
Man, yeah. So, yeah, with the early castle age, the forward siege workshop is up. We are going for rams. I'm generally more of a mangonel kind of person. Light cav upgrade is in, but we only put 1 defensive upgrade onto those. Not much more we want to invest there. Knight, a single knight is coming out onto the map. We probably cannot afford everything we want right now. But SneakySalmon has to defend it from feudal age for another 30 seconds.
Fortified church. Oh, this is painful. This might come running now.
Still quite nice cleanup. The spears would have been so much more trouble if Emu Warrior could have turned them into pikes. We're turning this into a rather classical monk siege push.
Wallaloo.
Okay. Emu Warrior, check the docks. The fish has been eaten. Those fish traps, they are so exposed and they have so much value in them.
Yeah. Just kind of funny, the knights which run by just keep getting hit by the... It's not much damage, but it's just funny, you know, their fire ship is just still hitting them.
Yeah.
Like, there we go. Well, I mean, it is a good 20 HP they're losing each time, so...
For each knight, that adds up. That's bloodlines. gone.
Yeah. Problem is, obviously, Georgians have the HP regen on the knights and stuff, right? So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a bit. That's up, but the monk is also helping out. But SneakySalmon was able to create quite a few knights and Lightcav on their own. The Lightcav are going for the monk, but monk hops into the monastery. We have our own monks getting the conversion in. And SneakySalmon is having the bigger mass here, much bigger mass that currently is snowballing. The all-in is not completely working out, and Emu Warrior is adding 2 more stables at home to try and be able to deal with that before it, well, kind of falls back onto us.
Because again, nice thing about the Georgians, but well, Mirror is that while running to the enemy's base, you're kind of also healing up as well, so that's gonna be nice. There we go. And now the dancing's gonna begin.
Dancing is going to begin. Emu Warrior is a little bit ahead on upgrades, having 1 attack, 1 defense upgrades on the knights, while SneakySalmon hasn't been able to afford any of those yet. But SneakySalmon added a 2nd town center just to increase the economic lead he is already holding. And Emu Warrior just can't do that without a stone. It would need to buy it, but cannot buy it because all the gold immediately needs to go into military. If we get outmassed at this stage of the game, it could end very, very quickly. Even the 3rd TC for SneakySalmon, securing that.
I say, it feels like now again, like just Emu was on the front foot, but losing those cavalry just changed the whole game entirely again, and it just feels like SneakySalmon's now in the driving seat, right? But
kind of, but Emo wants to keep the pressure on the other side of the map, and the forward monastery. It wasn't either. There wasn't just one monk, the one monk from early sitting in there. There are quite a few more in there right now that might hop out at any time when they are needed. And as long as SneakySalmon is busy at home, well, at least we're not dying. But we are on a timer here. Multiple town centers, more strong economy for SneakySalmon. The water for SneakySalmon. We need to find the damage, and nice move there. Lightcav kind of forcing the monks to get back into the monastery. But the Lightcav, they are dying. They're dying to the knights. The monks will hop out of the other side at any second now. They should hop out at any second now. But SneakySalmon nicely moving a knight immediately to the other side, trying to stop them from being able to get some conversions in there.
This is rough.
Yeah, it's more than just a forward that's getting cleared here. It's pretty much the whole plan for Emu Warrior that's getting thwarted. Monks nicely hopping in and out to mode to get a chance, trying to get 1 more conversion in, and it's actually coming. For now, the forward keeps standing. We are not adding any siege. Yeah, siege would probably just fall immediately to all those cavalry units on the field, but we're healing up on both sides. Do we still have monks? We only have 2 monks left on Emu Warrior side. SneakySalmon, 5 monks on the field, using them all to heal. Like we are not trusting the church and regeneration to be enough.
I do kind of like, how come SneakySalmon's like, is it just the sheer mass of knights now that are just winning these battles? Because again, to me, it looks like Emu Warrior is quite a big mass, I guess.
I think SneakySalmon always had a slightly bigger mass. The upgrades were on Emu Warrior side,
Yeah.
and at least we had a defensive structure with the monastery that we were hiding. So SneakySalmon couldn't really commit to the kill there. Now, nice abuse of the wood line. That Town Center cannot be defended that well. Talking about upgrades, while SneakySalmon still has absolutely no upgrades, Emu Warrior is actually getting the last upgrades for the Nightline that he can get at this age. The +2 armor coming in, +2 attack already is in, even a husbandry to, well, have a little bit more mobility. And those yellow monks, they are out of positions. Where are they running? Well, we are sending our knights away because we don't want to get them converted, but they are jumping onto the monks.
Oh, disaster.
That's a lot of important value during the combat. 2 more yellow monks down. Now we're adding siege. We're having a ram on the map. And Emo Warriors, military mass starts to look more and more convincing in the current position. But we need to deal damage. We are nearly 30 villages behind. We cannot be too patient at this point anymore.
Oh, the monks get sniped.
Very big engagement. But this should be a very convincing engagement for Emo Warrior. The higher numbers, the upgrades, it should all come together here. SneakySalmon pretty much is just starting to get husbandry, starting to get the forging, and even got, at least to aid in the conversion fights that we're seeing, got devotion. But Emo Warrior looks strong and stronger here, using the ram to attack the town center now. And forcing the opponent to fight there. The +2 armor really putting in the value here, and SneakySalmon needs to fall back, needs to replenish the masses. This might be a snowball to even it out, to actually go into a final 5th game.
Jesus. This is what we wanted with the other set, right?
Yeah, it's looking really good right now. Still, SneakySalmon is ahead in economy by far. But that is slowly starting to change. The dogs, they are definitely in vision of the knights now. They might get eaten any second. The town center, and now we are in an area with a few more villages that could go down here. Though 25-7, that's already quite a big KD.
There's another conversion there, so Emu, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, just melts.
And just adding more forward stable, just to keep more and more production rolling here. We don't want to go to Imperial Age with these economies. We want to finish this here and now with all the force that we have. Another ram on the field. But yeah, we can't just dive the town centers here. That's already a big chunk of HP going down, and now that the knights are streaming in a line like that, we kind of get quite a good engagement here against SneakySalmon's units.
Those docks are dying to just get hit with these traps. Nope.
Yeah, but I definitely would like to see them being attacked.
Yes. Lorhey wants chaos.
I don't want chaos, I just want the obvious target to die. Like denying a farm is nice, that's 60 wood. Denying a fish trap is 100 wood. But yeah, this is such a nice engagement here for Emu Warrior, cleaning up pretty much all the mouth of SneakySalmon's down to 6 knights, 5 knights. The GG has been called.
Oh, alright, well, both have played so freaking good. My mind is blown now.
It's insane. I would not have thought that Emo Warrior still wins this game after the first attack had been cleared up.
Just managed to by the time it just, well, yeah. I really thought it was going to be...
SneakySalmon was slightly overspending in economy. if when the advantage was had that the resources would have all gone to military, would have overrun Emu Warrior. But
Yeah.
managing to stay in this game, that was an insane turnaround.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's load up game number 5.
An actual decider game in the finals for the top bracket of this tournament.
Whew. Where? Oh no. Oh no. All right. I'm gonna go toilet quickly first while you guys
Okay,
get sad
let's
because
take a short break and
I'm not gonna be long. Just need to. This is gonna be chaos essentially. So
I love this map. I love what's coming up.
it's gonna be chaos. It'll be chaotic.
It might be very short. This has kind of delivered the shortest game, so
This. All right. I'm gonna be right back really quickly. So.
yeah. Definitely looking forward to the last game, but I don't want to spoil it yet. Pear pointed out yesterday that he's seeing a lot of 3GC Boom losing to all-in castle play. Yeah, that is quite the default. A lot of players, especially at the mid-elo ranges, are very confident in building multiple town centers and are not able to keep the production buildings running as fluently as they think they would. And I myself am someone who really likes to go for the all-in pushes until I notice that I cannot kill the opponent with that, and then I start adding the town centers. So I'm definitely on one side of the equation. Okay, and the mouse of my work laptop just fell down the table. That's not too important. I'm on vacation. So, you're playing a ranked match while watching this on your other screen. Hearing 2 sets of 82 game sounds was so insanely confusing. Yeah. I generally prefer to play like bot games when I do stuff like that. Then it's not. It doesn't matter that much.
All right. I'm back. How many seconds are you all good now to go for this?
Yes, I am good to go. I'm 2 seconds in.
Sweet. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, the final game between SneakySalmon and Emu, and it's on frickin' Mudflow.
Active me guessed correctly. Either Islands or Mudflow with the reaction we had earlier.
Yeah. Oh no, it's only for Buffalo, right?
Yes.
The camaraderie already between them. Let's go. Yeah, because it's just like I absolutely love the map. Don't get me wrong, the map is amazing. Just trying to cast it when it gets chaotic is just oh my god.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
and we see 2 very, very classic Siths for this map. The only Sith that I would see above them would be the Chinese. I don't know where they were in the draft. Maybe they were banned because this map was in the draft. But yeah, we already see the determination just with the Sith picks that this will be a heavy scouts versus scouts opening. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. I do love feudal age all-ins.
there you go. Lorhey is super excited. That's good. That makes me excited as well. But it's just that it's like, you know.
Well, I want to be excited for the map. Looking back at the Hidden Cup, this map can also deliver some of the most disappointing final games.
Yes, that's true. I will say the fish near the TC are salmon. So.
Of course.
Actually saying that, frickin' Emu just stole a buffalo. Emu
Buffalo. Oh.
Emu just frickin' stole a buffalo. Wow. That's how
Which is a lot of value in pure scouts play.
I love that. It's like, how many buffaloes are there? And now Sneaky's probably like, 1, 2. Oh no. It'd actually be funny if Emo asked that again right now, like, just the.
Yeah, I think the Emo. I think SneakySalmon already had that buffalo, so he would notice
Yeah.
the moment it would take over.
Right.
But
Lumber camp going up. 4 players. Usual.
Going onto the water. I hope we can see some demos on this. That's always an aspect of this map that I really like. Being able to send demo ships into your opponent's woodline. There are not many feelings better in this world.
See, you're all about chaos. It's coming out now. If someone's name is games with lore, sure likes chaos. Alright, I know it's not spelled the same, but whatever. Right now I'm just,
Another buffalo has been snapped.
oh my god. Emu. Frickin' emu. I wonder what Salmon's thinking right now. I'm thinking like, grr, or uh-oh, or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know what I don't know what players would really think, to be honest.
Well, at this point, it's very much all just thinking about clicking up at just the right time, and it seems like Emu Warrior is not going up one villager later, but one loom later.
Where is the loom?
Well, I would hope that we see SneakySalmon's resources drop by 50 gold.
Yes.
And that's the first thing he picks up in the next age, but uses the earlier uptime to get the first scout out earlier.
What is SneakySalmon gonna do here? Kind of probing, running around here, teasing.
Salviating over all those buffaloes that he didn't get.
Yes.
Yeah, barracks now going down for Emu Warrior. Definitely a big difference here. The Khmer not needing to get barracks down to throw down that stable. It does also come at a cost though. You saved 175 wood, but you can't really make any spears of your own. And in a scout versus scouts matchup, you kind of want some spears of your own. But you don't need them that early.
Yeah.
So both players getting the stable out. Loom is now coming in for SneakySalmon. So we're not forgetting about that.
Good job. Otherwise we'd be laughing for years. Do you remember that time SneakySalmon forgot loom? No. And then he got all his buffalo stolen. Rough times.
It can happen those high pressure situations.
Yeah.
Oh, and something that I think is kind of interesting right now. Looking at that whole center wood line, it's close for a huge distance.
Oh yes, yes.
I don't know how much, if that will factor in, but it might. And an archery range. We're not adding a barracks to get some space out. We are adding an archery range on SneakySalmon's side. Probably to send them forward and kill the opponent's spears. But Emo Warriors in their scouts are not just any scouts. It's Mega scouts. They have the +1 upgrade already.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they might find some damage here. 4 scouts versus 3 villagers, that's definitely something you can fight. On the other hand, 3 scouts running into the woodline, but there's a lot of spears around, and we have a defensive tower on the woodline for Emu Warrior. But at least one villager going down on the gold and some nice reactions there. Low villagers jumping into the houses. There's not too much review you can gain, but we can get another kill. In the meantime, SneakySalmon is not finding that much damage yet. Emu Warrior is defending nicely. What are we using the range for though? 2 archers. 2 archers on the field.
Sometimes I catch it. I'm like, I gotta. That's a nice. I don't know if you've seen there. The gold. The scouts are hitting the gold, and then the villager managed to just jump into the house once they can.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, still gonna be delay and gold income and stuff.
It's a nice reaction from SneakySalmon, but those villagers, they are still idle. They're not doing anything. The house is slowly melting, so that's still a lot of value for Emu Warrior. Just looking at the difference in economic efficiency, there is some numbers difference, but we are paying attention. We are sending villagers into the house. We will send them somewhere else. And in the meantime, we have our military forward. The archers are forward, the scouts are forward, and there isn't much we can do defensively against that. Yeah, the spear is in, the spear is going to die to the archers, so we are not running to the town center. Nice attention. And now we can run around, can run a circle around the opponent's base, and we'll pretty much idle a lot of economy over there.
Do you think Emu Warrior running back with his scouts is bad thing? Do you think he should be just, or do you think it's a good thing? Like...
He could still find. Okay, the issue is the houses with the Khmer.
Yeah.
You are finding damage in idle time for the opponent's economy. You are not killing it. Now,
Yeah.
SneakySalmon doesn't have any. And we have +1 on our scouts, so we can clean this up if we send it back. And that could snowball in a military advantage here. Just look at the mass of units that Emu Warrior has on the field here. The archers are going down, they are dying, the scouts are already dead, and yeah.
And
now
that's why
we have 11 to 3 military units on the field.
And that's why I'm not 1800 elo. In fact, I'm not even a foul. I'm nothing. I never played a ranked game, but still.
Yeah, there are a lot of decisions on all that are going in there. Not every decision, even if it works out, will be the best decision.
Yeah.
You could have still kept like those 4 scouts forwards and probably cleared that off. Like there was a decent advantage there in the units that were fighting. Now we can at first keep the pressure onto the opponent's military units. Our scouts should still win. But the issue is we are trading the numbers, and oh, that was actually not that good of a trade.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice how low the scouts were. They must have been lacking quite a lot of HP.
Yeah, quite a
So-
few with damage, so yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you could keep all those scouts around and think of the next age. That's the thing, if you can keep like those 8 scouts around and deter your opponent from attacking you,
And
you
make
could
them
add
like
so
that, right?
much value once you turn them into a better unit in Castle Age. Though, looking at the economy, neither player is really looking at Castle Age right now. And that's something that I like about this map. So many games play out with a lot of walls, a lot of defensive play, and then you just go to the next age. This map doesn't. And SneakySalmon pretty much just got the first villager snipe. Who's won in the economic KD now? And now the military advantage is swinging the other direction again. But we're defending here. We have villages that we can pull in to help with the defense. But yeah, the scouts can commit onto the archers. That gives the spear the free reign to hit the scouts back. Though the spears, they died so fast, so there seemed to be quite a nice focus from SneakySalmon there to get them.
Salmon is microing like, oh wow. Nerd. Freaking nerd. And again, just equal trading, right? Just
yeah, it's so equal, it's so even right now. It's pretty much just another army died. And they cannot stop making army. If one player stops, the other will to try and go to Castle Age. The other will overrun them. But SneakySalmon is slowly starting to float a lot of gold, and there might be some market play coming in soon if we get the wood to drop a market down.
I just keep thinking about a dock and like a demo ship hitting the woodline for Emu.
But there's no overchop on SneakySalmon's side yet. Yeah, Emu is open, so far open.
Yeah.
Now we're pretty much just feeding our scouts into the meat grounder in the middle. I have advantage on SneakySalmon's side, and I have to check, and yes, we have bloodlines. SneakySalmon has picked up bloodlines.
Yes, that's right. When he first run the scouts into sorry. Yeah, he got it like a minute or two ago, basically.
Okay, I really missed that.
Yeah.
I'm also not the fittest right now anymore.
It was.
We also have a few villages and a scout running around on the right-hand side. That's probably a tower. I would say probably a tower, but we have our own defensive tower at home, so we cannot afford that. We don't have to stand for that. So they're just taking a stroll in the swamp. No. But yeah, SneakySalmon is getting all the upgrades. Second stable for Emu Warrior is going down, or is that even a third? That's a third stable. And Salmon is starting to get some value out of that, getting some villager kills here. That might even be a third villager kill. No, villager barely survives. And we are turning the numbers around again.
Yep. I must be so frustrating that to go against Khmer when the villagers hop in the houses and hop out and.
Yeah, it is so strong in such a setting right now to not be in the open, though. I have to admit it is so well played by Emu Warrior to not lose any more villages themselves. Like the KD is so even, 30-32 in general, 2-2 in the economic department. And Bloodlines is now in for both players. That's something we see very rarely. Full of upgrades on feudal units.
I'm not too sure about that fight there. Like, Salmon could have like. It's the archers. I don't know. The archers kind of running, I guess, too forward and got hit by the scouts. When I feel like the scouts could have just like choked up the back point there, and then just. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. They know what they're doing. I don't. All we need is one demo. That's right.
I mean, you could watch the Viper and you can find issues in the play. It's pretty much bringing it all together while playing, while still building your economy at the same time, while hopping the weak villages into houses and fighting with the other villages. But we're slowly losing a few of them, so that's a nice attack by Emu Warrior, getting 2 more village snipes out of the third one going down. And maybe even a 4th or 5th pick up there. That is quite a strong position we're in right now. And more scouts are coming in. We've sent the spears forward, so the scouts cannot be used in defense anymore. That Oh, that could have been a dead scout if we microed that one correctly.
So-
But we're also picking up the archers, so the archers will not clear the spears away. And we're about to run into the woodline. That's a lot of choosy villagers in there.
Yeah, so there goes up the tower for Emu, which is kind of hitting the wood line. This is chaotic. This is very chaotic. Exactly,
Yeah.
kind of where Emu would want to be hitting, you know, having SneakySalmon on the back foot.
Moses bugging, okay. But that was so many villager kills here. 16 to 2 in the economic
Jesus.
KP. That is a huge difference, but slowly but surely SneakySalmon starts to get some military numbers back onto the field, but is behind by a lot, behind by 15 villagers at this point.
It's a huge hit. Yeah.
That is a huge hit. So, but you cannot give up at this point. This is the
No.
finals. This
Yes.
is the last game of the finals. This is what it's all about. So maybe add a dog and blow some demos up in your opponent's woodline. For me.
What do we want? Demos. When do we want it? Demos. All right.
Exactly. We're getting into really big numbers territory here. Any fight could really still snowball this game. It's not over yet. If SneakySalmon gets a good fight here, and SneakySalmon seems to be in a stronger position for now. He had a bit more HP on SneakySalmon's units. The archers are definitely helping, firing from behind. We might snowball this the opposite direction again. But there are spears. We don't want spears. Even 2 spears poking in there would be putting out a lot of additional damage that we don't want to see. Oh my god, I'm kind of annoyed by all that bumping around. I'm
Yes.
not calling this a pathing issue right now. That is kind of the decision those players have. They understand how choke points work. And both players kind of have to control if the fight is in the choke point, because it will not snowball too fast either direction. But the archers are having so much values with the additional damage they can
Yeah.
put out.
I noticed he really went out of his way as well to hit the pikeman with the archers. That was like really nice play.
Yeah. They have some additional damage against pikemen, so they will melt them quite fast. And they are such important targets now. Once again, a very indecisive fight, but Emu Warrior has more health in the ring now. The archers are starting to get cleared up by the scouts. Still a spear in the spear, nicely sniped by the remaining archers. And Emu Warrior, both players are constantly reinforcing. I have no clue who's winning this right now.
Yes, I know,
No,
right?
it seems
Oh.
like Emo has gotten the control now.
Yeah.
And finally, we have a click out by SneakySalmon, kind of giving up a little bit of a dent in the production, which was to do that lost fight, but it was forward, so we could afford it to be able to go to the next age, and that is a lot of value because Emu Warrior is not close at all.
No. No. Emu's running around with these. Trying to, again, gonna get villager picks, maybe.
Around, finding more places to attack. Villagers immediately hopping into houses though, and we're even building more houses in the woodline, just well to be able to hop into them. Trying to find some value. Might hit a villager here. Might even pick her up in. Yeah, got her. The issue is Emo is still committing to the feudal age bit, but SneakySalmon being able to squeeze out that castle age.
SneakySalmon just hit woodline as well with some more like scouts, and this is
Yeah, this now is a disaster. Their scouts will immediately be tagged into Lightcav. Yep, there it is. Lightcav upgrade coming in. So they need to die as fast as possible. We don't have houses where we can hop into, so this is slowly going to even out the numbers. Even if we are just now getting a little bit more damage. But no, the scouts forward, they are being cleared up, and SneakySalmon is getting the castle age upgrades.
this is chaos. So yeah, SneakySalmon's attack force gets killed. Now we're suddenly back in SneakySalmon's base where Emu Warrior's bringing out more troops and now more freaking horses from SneakySalmon who's like cows and gross.
Yeah, but Light Cav and Knight, we cannot
Yes.
fight that. Now we are on kind of the losing side, but managed to get the resources together for a castle age. Have quite a few spears at home, quite a bunch of spears there, so we can fight against the knights while keeping the opponent's scouts busy at home. That is quite nice, especially because our scout cavalry is faster than the light cavalry. So if we would not turn around to fight them, we could keep them busy for a long time.
Now these knights in Emu Warrior's base, oof, scary times.
There were a bunch of spears there a second ago. Okay, we moved them to a farming economy. Even getting the defensive upgrades onto the spears just so they can survive a little bit longer against the knights and put out a bit more damage there. Yeah, that's the words.
Oh,
My brain is melting.
yes. See, it's just.
Yeah. The economy is quite even right now. 55 against 55.
So there's an
So
attempt
all the
at-
advantage.
yeah. The wood line has been pushed down for Emu Warrior, and like there are raids
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi Emu. Oh, our brains are melting. We've just yes. I think we need some of your classic music to calm us down. 'Cause
Oh, and yeah, that's an important engagement right now. Knights against the spears. We're actually managing to clean this up nicely, though. But how nicely is relative. The few knights will remain, and anything here right now is able to pick up a lot of villagers. But the spear production. How many barracks do we have? We must have multiple barracks at this point. Pikeman is in. The upgrade is in. Probably second defense upgrade is coming in soon. But at the other end of the stick, there are a few more light cav just getting villager snipes. Oh, that was such a nice lead for Emu Warrior, but SneakySalmon is getting in the raids now, and those raids, they hurt.
oh, Bitex.
We don't talk about your Bitex timing because there's no Bitex timing right now. Okay, but the pikes at least will hold nicely against the raids. SneakySalmon is also expanding with more town centers. Now that well, the economic lead has turned around. 20 villages ahead already for SneakySalmon.
If only Magias had hut stop in and out of the villages.
It looks like Salmon wants to start to go into cavalry archers. Honestly, something I don't really see too often from the Khmer. I mean, they don't get Thumbring, so not really the strongest unit we could put out there, but knowing that our opponent is heavily going into pikes, the cavalry archers are able to add a lot of value. And meanwhile, Emu Warrior using one of the strong bonuses of the edge allows them to add those light cavalry units for quite cheap. And just, yeah, it's probably just going to flood the opponent's base. And yeah, we're already there. The light cavs are getting some kills on the left-hand side of the map, on the right-hand side. Some knights are dying to spears. There's so much going on right now. The great frustrating thing about this map is the difficulty of closing it off.
Yeah, because oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, our brains are like your feeling is just on 1% power now. I asked for this. I was like, just one more set, and well, I don't mind that. Anyway.
It's the final match of the set. They can't hold on for that long.
And having to play like those other 4 matches where like they both just. I really like last game as well, Emu, the last match where Georgian mirror match where like put the forward.
In general, the whole series has been great. The first game alone with the skirmisher back and forth pushing over and over.
Oh Jesus!
It's a long set, but it really is a great set. And for it to get to the last game, actually, that is always great to see.
I would hate to be one of these players right now though. It's just like because of how long it's gone. It's just brain melt, brain melt.
Now, SneakySalmon is not really keeping the lead with the villages alive because Emu Warrior is really doing a great job with sending Blight Cap in, getting some raids, getting some value out of it. Though we could kind of avoid those fights against the Knight. I don't know if that was taken intentionally or just put the units there, let them do their job. We kind of have a bunch of cavalry archers over here, that's more of an issue. Situation. And yeah, the CA are definitely adding a lot of value against the pikes here. So the Knight switch has happened. Emu Warrior is starting to add Knights instead of Light Cap, so we can take those fights a little bit better. And is even getting some Cav Archer kills with the pikes. You like to see it when it happens. As long as we keep the aggression forward, that's nice, but SneakySalmon is just expanding, gaining more of the map under control, adding a 4th town center. It'll get harder and harder if we are not starting to snowball a mass of military, and it kind of looks like we are doing that. There's quite a few of knights for Emu Warrior on the map, but we're still not having that second defensive upgrade. I feel like it might come close to wanting that, actually, if we are starting to get more into raiding other TC territory. Can't afford much army right now. Yeah, that's the thing, the 1 TC all in, at some point, it will, the snowball will stop. But not yet. Right now, we are having quite a strong economic military lead.
So many villager kills and oh my god.
57 to 30, yeah. But also quite a lot of inefficiencies on the own economy where we just have to really think they're coming for to work their arms on the trees, but instead it's like they.
I was watching Emu and other tournaments as well, so I've got like a whole bunch of... I got like a whole freaking Netflix series on Emu Warrior. Nobody knows. Well, now everyone does, but still. And then SneakySalmon, I was watching him play ranked games last night. I don't know if you were around, but it was like watching SneakySalmon until he wins a game in ranked matches, and he went on the losing streak. I was like, oh no, I felt bad. I didn't go to sleep until like 5 AM, so thanks, Sneaky. So, these two players to me are like pretty important. So I don't know who, like, Salmon's cool, Emu's cool. It's like, oh, I don't know. Just panic. I don't know who to win. I say both have played so freaking good as well. Like both been, they both had their moments. They both shines. It's just, I hate this moment in tournaments where somebody has to get knocked out. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, because if you had like kids, like, you know, one's called SneakySalmon, the other's called Emu, you always got told, you know, never have a favorite kid type thing. But
You will always have a favorite kid.
yeah. And then the one wins, and then you kind of start feeling bad for the other one, even though you always want the one to win anyway. But but still, I don't know. This is still kind of, well, just well, I don't know. My brain hurts right now. There's a lot of Emu. Say both 23 armies each.
Well, we're finally getting the last armor on both sides.
Double bit axe, let's go! Emu!
Double
The
bit
Emu!
X. Now we have a double bit X timing.
Yes!
55 minutes, 28 seconds.
Hero!
There's some forward villages there. We want to get that gold. Like that's an ambitious position for a mining camp. But we have the military to kind of support that, and that fight that is heavily going into SneakySalmon's direction. The pikes were a little bit late. The cap archers will get the damage onto them. The knights are dead. So we're pretty much being up to pikes. The numbers are completely one-sided now, and this might snowball the game. Yeah, basically, Nico. The bit X is your wheelbarrow, though your wheelbarrow is even. Well, at least you're not wasting the food you're not getting by not having horse collar. Yeah, it's those things that really come together in those games.
Maybe you should have been playing some Vivaldi instead of Tchaikovsky or something, you know? Oh, that was a really nerdy joke, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Salmon is keeping the numbers up, keeping the disadvantage, and it's not too far from the really big damage to sum up. Once we are getting into this farming economy, yeah, see them run, see them idle the farms, and that's what's really hurting. That's what's really driving the nail into the coffin. And the one thing that has been keeping Emu Warrior alive the whole time was being able to be the aggressor, being able to raid the opponent's economy. We haven't done that in a while. Look at the economic difference.
No!
It was nicely played.
Yeah, really.
That was a great series.
There was 2 animals, now there's only 1 left, but... Wow.
And it is an aquatic animal again.
Well, I guess you root for Salmon now because Emu Warrior's out, but what an insane set that was. I really enjoyed that set. Really, really good. Emu Warrior is... Well, no more Emu Warrior. Sad face.
Needed Castle Age faster. Yeah, you were quite far behind. Those were a lot of disadvantageous traits you had to take to just delay the opponent.
It all went downhill after you got double bit axe. So moral of the story is don't get double bit axe.
Huh? The math checks out.
Yes. The kills, like all the matches have been so close, so even, so good. I really, really like that set. Thank you so much for joining me on that set, Lorhey, as well. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Now I guess we can finally call it a night and sleep.
At 2 a.m.
Any final words for stream, or are you good?
Have a good night, everyone.
There we go.
Or good day, whatever time it is for you. Maybe it's a good morning. For me, it's a good night.
Oh my god. Brain melted. Well, thank you so much to Sneaky and Emu. And unfortunately, there can only be one. And that was Sneaky Salmon. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Lorhey again. And yeah, have a good night. Ba-da-bum. Let's go. I'm also trying to do the update the table now on the fly. It's gonna be, which one is it? Oh, there we go. All right, time to update this table right now. I'm going as fast as I can. Save us. All right. Those who want the updated table, look now for Emu Warrior. Emu Warrior, look away now, because there we go. Grand final. It's going to be SneakySalmon versus either Baskets or Masty James. Once again, thank you all so much for joining tonight. Thank you, Lorhey. And yes. Woo.